So Lydian,
Uncle.
how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good, Uncle.
Winning the CBS World's Best. It's not an ordinary job, right?
Yeah, Uncle. Actually, there was contestants from 195 countries and there's only one winner and I won that.
Your age actually played a good factor, and of course your extraordinary talent.
Oh, thanks, Uncle.
You're playing drums when I first met you. I think
Yeah.
the first time I met you was in Kavya Talavan audio release.
Yeah, Uncle, I think so.
And then you came to KM. I didn't know about that story. Tell me about it.
First, I met you at the audio launch, and then you called me and you made me sit next to you and
Correct.
took a picture. And then I joined KM for tabla.
Okay.
For tabla, and I studied for like 6 months. And then I was very impressed with the Russian.
So you came and peeped in this room.
Yeah.
You peeped and you saw Chatterjee's students playing.
Yes. So that was awesome, and I wanted and I asked my dad to like join in this class, the Russian piano, and I got interested in the piano, so I started to play piano and I started to learn under Chatterjee master.
Wow, great. Your famous teacher, Mr. Chatterjee.
Yeah.
What do you want to talk about him?
He's a very great teacher, piano teacher, and he not only teaches piano but he teaches all the emotions and how to play, and he often tells that piano should sing, so like that very much. And when he plays, I really admire him, and he plays with lot of feel, so he's a great master. And he plays in the Russian style, so I really like that.
Great. So it's just that learning from here. When I started KM, I started as an inspirational institute,
Yeah.
because in a place where there's no nurturing of Western music, we have our own amazing tradition of Indian classical.
Yes.
And we were nurturing, because film music needs Western music, notation, harmony, everything. I felt the need of starting something like that. I'm so proud and so glad that you won.
Thank
You're
you.
like a flag bearer for KM music, KM Conservatory.
Thanks.
And for all of us Indians, Chennaites. So tell me, what do you do and how long do you practice?
I practice 5 to 6 hours a day on
5
the
to 6
piano.
hours.
Only
And no PlayStation.
what is that?
What is that? You don't even know what a PlayStation is.
No, I don't know.
That is why you're winning. Okay, so many kids play PlayStation rather than playing piano.
Okay.
Okay, so another thing is very important at this age, because even I started at the same age. We should not miss on sports, and we should not miss on the health. We have to be conscious about it. But practicing like that is very, very important. I think we are all learning from you to be so passionate, because in the world of distractions, today all the kids are distracted, and your father, your family, and you have just focused on music, focused on becoming extraordinary in what you're doing. And so it's a great example. You set a great example for our generation, our future generation, not only in music, in many things, just to be focused, because we have so much of, I'm repeating it again, because so much of distraction. There is Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, this, that, Netflix, movies, and a ton of things which comes. And then what you got and what you achieved is because of this undivided attention given. Tell me more about your father.
My father is a musician, and he plays flute, and he composes, and he also sings, and he plays keyboard, and he sacrificed a lot of things for me.
That I know.
Like he always cares about me and also my sister, and he teaches me more, and he also advises me a lot of things, like how to how to be.
So when you played, what did you prepare for the World's Best? When you went, what were your expectations?
My expectations, I just practiced the flight of the bumblebee for the first episode, and I went, and I had honestly I had no plans. So after going there, and depends upon situation only, I planned and practiced.
So you learned all those pieces, the Mission Impossible, everything?
Yes, I know the tune, and after going there only I learned the arrangements and everything.
How long did it take for that?
For learning one piece, it's like half an hour.
Half an hour. And then they suggested something for you?
Yeah, they also suggested, and finally they said you can go whatever you want.
Brilliant. I think the presence of mind is very, very important. Going there and going with a very open mind and learning to adapt, that I think is what appreciable. You can practice something, you can prepare, But at that point, what will click and what your brain thought would work, that is an amazing thing. That's why you won.
Thanks.
Anybody can learn, work hard, but you need presence of mind. You need a gift to understand what is necessary, what to talk. And even your interviews, you've really spoken very well.
Thank you.
Yeah, God bless. What do you want to do in future? What do you want to become?
I want to become a music composer for Hollywood.
Good.
And then I want to go to the moon and play the
That I saw.
and be the moonlight channel.
Just moon? Not Jupiter, Mars, and beyond that?
Yeah, also that.
Also that?
Yeah.
I personally feel becoming a composer is very good. And I think beyond Hollywood is what you should think. Hollywood is fine. It's not the ultimate destination in music. Because movies are made for the masses. And sometimes they force you to become a certain thing which you are not. Yeah. They'll force you to, they'll give you a music and say, you sound like this. Your identity is very, very important.
Yeah.
From now, if you get an identity, they will follow you.
Yeah.
You don't have to follow them. And in my opinion, I should not be forceful about it. If your decision, I feel like you are like an aspiring ambassador for Indian music, for Indians, and what Lang Lang did for China, China. And you see Lang Lang play the piano, you can see that China, the amount of respect China gets. Through Lang Lang, his music, his musicality, and his persona. And I think you should become that for India.
Yeah, sure.
Like a Lang Lang for
as a
concert pianist who has something taking musical to the pinnacle, of that kind of energy, and not be limited only with film music. Of course, you can do it, but then film music is a trap in a way. For a person like you who can really go somewhere else, you should think of the future. You should not think about what is present. Future will open to you. God bless.
Thank you, Uncle. As a start, I would like to do for Hollywood animation movies.
Yes.
Actually,
composing is an art, and you can learn that. It's very simple, and I think the way you are learning is really perfect. I think the way you go deep into things and think it can be done, but it should not limit you to just a composer, because you are an amazing performer. You proved that to the world. You're the world's best now. So great expectations. So now every step has to be careful. You have to go beyond. Yeah. What are you going to do?
After the world's best?
Yeah.
Practice and learn more.
Yeah, that's true.
Uncle, tell me some tips, Uncle, for my career.
I think you have your father to guide you. You have a great family, and very, very important thing is if a family is integrated, they're functional. I think it helps people like you to shine. Your family is your support. Emotionally, they are the backbone for you. I can see that, and that's very, very important. When a kid needs to come up in life, I feel like watching your family is a beautiful experience. How your father, your mother, your sister, all of you together in music and aspired for higher things, right? And my tips would be to be very careful, because now it's only 13. When you're 16, there'll be a lot of distractions. And of course, I think the way you are shaping up your future is great, and I hope, just like how you've been now, just concentrate on what you need to achieve, and all rest of the things doesn't matter. And find, in my goal of life, after getting all those international awards and everything, my goal was to see what I can inspire. And because you see the world, there's war, there's this thing, there's negativity, there is so much of negative things, and you are beyond that. So you are like a shining star who can tell the world that there's something beyond. Look up to higher ideals, excellence and beauty, love. So you brought all that stuff to us.
Thanks.
Right? Do you believe all that? Without you knowing, of course. And so when we see you, we see hope.
Oh.
We see there's still beauty in life. We see there's still magic in life, miracles in life. And you are a miracle.
Thank you, Uncle. Thank you so much.
Definitely, you need to be centre stage, Lydian, from now on.